Pay and allowances of PNP uniformed personnel for 2021. Base pay. It is the fixed amount received by the uniformed PNP personnel on a monthly basis. Effective January 1, 2018, Jr. Number 1 provides for the implementation of the fourth tranche of the modified salary schedule, which covers the uniformed personnel under the Department of Interior and Local Government, DILG, the department to which the National Police Commission, NAPOLCOM, belongs, which is responsible for the administration and control of the Philippine National Police, PNP. As a result of the implementation of the fourth tranche of the modified salary schedule, the following are the base pay of all PNP uniformed personnel, Ref. Joint Resolution No. 1 Modified Base Pay Schedule. Longevity pay. Uniformed personnel of the department shall be entitled to a longevity pay of 10% of their basic monthly salaries for every 5 years of service, which shall be reckoned from the date of the personnel's original appointment in the AFP or appointment in the police, fire, or jail or other allied services to the integration of the PC and the INP, provided that the totality of such longevity pay shall not exceed 50% of the basic pay, Ref. Section 71, Chapter 7. Republic Act 6975. Regular allowances. These are allowances given regularly and are common to all uniformed PNP members in addition to the basic salary, Ref. Section 71 of RA 6975. Quarter allowance. It is an allowance given to officers and non-officers who are not provided with living quarters, housing PNP units or living quarters through the auspices of the PNP where their families can be accommodated. Those who have obtained any housing units/living quarters automatically forfeit their entitlement to this allowance in favor of the PNP Housing Board, Ref. NAPOLCOM Resolution 91-18. Regular Subsistence Allowance. It is an allowance given to all uniformed PNP members to defray the cost of their daily regular meals amounting to $150 per day or $4,500 per month. Ref. Joint Resolution No. 1 effective January 1, 2018. Clothing Allowance. It is an allowance given to cover the cost of maintaining uniforms that PNP members must wear daily. This is paid at the rate of $200 per month for both officers and non-officers, Ref. NAPOLCOM Resolution 91-18. Hazard pay. It is an allowance given as basic occupational hazard pay considering law enforcement being a hazardous occupation. The hazard pay of all uniformed personnel, the fixed amount is now at $540 per month. Ref. NAPOLCOM Resolution 91-18. Personnel Economic Relief Allowance, PARA. It is an allowance given to all PNP uniformed personnel below the rank of police major to include cadets of the PNPA amounting to PHP 500.00 per month effective January 1, 1991, Ref. NAPOLCOM Resolution 91-18. Due to the rising cost of living, 500 additional compensation shall be given in addition to 500. The current para is 2,000 pesos, 2,000, per month, Rev. Budget Circular NR 2009-3. Laundry Allowance. It is an allowance intended to defray the laundry costs of PNP uniformed personnel whose frequent appearances in public affairs or frequent attendance at ceremonies and assignment to units/activities require the wearing of a presentable uniform at all times with the following rates. Rev. Office of the President Memorandum dated August 28, 1997. Officer, 60 per month, paid monthly. Non-officer, 30 per month, paid monthly. Gratuity. It is granted to any awardee of the Medal of Valor. The awardee shall receive a monthly gratuity of 20,000 pesos, Rev. Circular No. 2001-010. Collateral pay and allowances. Hospital Subsistence Allowance. It is an additional allowance over and above the regular subsistence allowance of the PNP uniformed personnel representing the free daily meals given them upon confinement in PNP hospitals and/or dispensaries amounting to 30 per day, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution 91-18. CDC Subsistence Allowance. It is an additional allowance over and above the regular subsistence allowance of PNP personnel given to support the meal requirement of PNP uniformed personnel engaged in any civil disturbance control operations amounting to 30 per day, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution 91-18. Training Subsistence Allowance. It is an additional allowance, or training emolument, over and above the regular subsistence allowance, given to PNP uniformed personnel undergoing local training in the AFP, PNP Training Institution, OJT, or schooling in local educational institution whereby they acquire knowledge, skills and expertise for professional or career advancement. Each student/trainee is paid through the school a rate of 30 per day times the number of days the duration of the course, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution 91-18. Combat Duty Pay. It is a fixed 3,000 monthly allowance for uniformed personnel of the PNP engaged in actual police operations, Rev. Sector 1 and 2 EO No 03, S 2016. Combat Incentive Pay. It is a 300 per day allowance for uniformed personnel of the PNP who figure directly in actual combat against members of various insurgent, terrorist, and lawless elements, subject to the following conditions, Rev. Sector 3 EO No 03, S 2016. The operation must be for a specific combat mission that is duly covered by a mission order, letter order. The personnel involved in combat must be in the published task organization of the PNP mission order. The total additional combat incentive pay for each individual shall not exceed 3,000 pesos, 3,000, per month, and the combat incentive pay shall be over and above the combat duty pay of 3,000 for qualified uniformed personnel of the PNP. Hazardous Duty Pay. It is an allowance given to PNP uniformed personnel for exposure to particular occupational hazards or elements, or hazardous jobs involving high risks of losing life, limbs, or likely deterioration of health. It is 50%, of the base pay authorized by rank, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution No 91-18. Radiation Hazard Pay. It is an incentive pay for PNP skilled personnel whose nature of work subject themselves to the hazards of overexposure to radioactive elements. Payment of said additional allowance must not exceed 15%, of the base authorized by rank, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution No 91-18. Incentive Pay. It is an incentive pay for member licenses of the medical, veterinary, dental given to medical, dental and nursing, and legal profession who join the PNP. The incentive is paid at 200 monthly to be incorporated in the monthly paycheck, Rev. Nepalcom Resolution No 91-18. Procedures of Payment. 1. All PNP personnel who are on actual teaching activities are granted an IDP of 25% of their base pay provided that they satisfy the aggregate minimum monthly instructional time of 48 hours, to be computed as follows: 1 hour of actual classroom instruction is equivalent to 1 instructional hour and 1.5, hours of research work or 2.5 hours of supervisory activities shall be considered as 1 instructional hour. 2. All PNP personnel who are assigned with major PNP training and are performing activities supportive to classroom or field teaching are granted an IDP of 10% of their base pay. Specialist pay. This pay applies to deserving non-officer personnel of the PNP who are not assigned in critical areas, as to qualify them for combat pay, and have demonstrated efficiency and effectiveness through skills, aptitude training, experiences, and knowledge of specific police duties and specialties. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Flying pay. All PNP pilots and crew of aircrafts whose duty requires regular and frequent aerial flights. All duly accredited PNP pilots provided they maintain flying time requirements of an average of 4 hours of aerial flight per month. The rate of flying pay is placed at 50% of their authorized base pay. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. See duty pay. It is given to all PNP personnel who will be assigned in PNP units to be activated for law enforcement duties in our inland waters, lakes and river systems, and coastal/territorial waters. The PNP Maritime Command pays its personnel at the monthly rate 25% of the base pay given at the end of the month or each end of quarter. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Capcom Incentive Pay. It is an allowance is given under the premise on the uniqueness of Capcom mission and functions vis-a-vis its area, which is Metro Manila. This applies to all PNP uniformed personnel assigned with Capcom whether in the 5 police district commands. The allowance amounting to 2.50 per day or 5 per month. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Special Clothing Allowance. It is an allowance given to uniformed personnel of the PNP whose frequent appearances in public affairs or frequent attendance of ceremonies and who are assigned in units/activities requiring the wearing of presentable uniform at all times. The following is the amount to be received. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Officer, 300. Non-officer, 150. Additional amount is paid for maintenance given yearly from the date of issuance of initial special clothing allowance. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Officer, 80. Non-officer, 40. Cold weather clothing allowance. It is an additional allowance given to all uniformed personnel assigned in cold places where cold weather clothing is necessary if not required. This allowance enables PNP personnel to procure the prescribed cold weather clothing. All PNP personnel assigned in certain areas within the following regions. All PNP personnel assigned in the foregoing areas are paid an initial amount of 1,000 for the first year and annual maintenance fund of 300 thereafter. Winter clothing allowance. It is an allowance given to all uniformed personnel of the PNP who will undergo foreign schooling/training to support the expenses in procuring the required winter clothing abroad. Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Star rank officers, $300. Other PNP uniformed personnel, $250. Initial clothing allowance. It is an allowance given to all PNP recruits who join the PNP for the first time, whether as PCO or PNCO, amounting to 20,000 pesos. Replacement clothing allowance. It is an allowance every after 3 years of continuous service thereafter reckoned from the year he/she entered the uniformed service. Rates for RCA will be adjusted as follows. Ref. Fiscal Directive No. 2009-10. Hardship allowance. It is an allowance for all PNP personnel assigned to Lawrence Station and Border Crossing Station, and other units/stations/sites/isolated and inaccessible by normal air, water, or land transportation, and are covered with official orders. The PNP must waive HDP, RHP and other collateral allowances. REF Fiscal Directive NR 2016-05. Officer, 300 per month. Non-officer, 150 per month. Burial allowance. It is a monetary assistance to the bereaved family of a PNP uniformed personnel in the event of his death. regardless of the circumstances, Ref. Nepalcom Resolution No. 91-18. Other financial benefits. These are other benefits received by PNP uniformed personnel other than the regular and collateral allowances. Anniversary bonus. It is for PNP uniformed personnel who have rendered at least 1 year service in the PNP as of the date of milestone year, 15th anniversary, and every 5 years thereafter, and have not been found guilty of any offense in connection with their work during the 5-year interval between milestone years. Payment shall be in an amount not exceeding 3,000, Ref. Fiscal Directive NR 2016-01. Mid-year, 13th month, bonus. It is equivalent to 1 month basic salary as of May 15th, shall be granted to those who have rendered at least 4 months of satisfactory service and are still in the service as of same date, to be given not earlier than May 15th of every year, Ref. Sector 4EO number 201, S 2016. Year-end, 14th month, bonus. It is equivalent to 1 month basic salary, and cash gift at prescribed rates shall be given in November of every year, Ref. Sector 4EO number 201, S 2016. Enhanced performance-based bonus. It is equivalent to 1 month up to 2 months basic salary, to be implemented in two phases starting in FY 2017. The grant of the enhanced PBB shall be based on a progressive rate system. As the position and responsibility in improving agency performance becomes higher, so is the amount of PBB, Ref. Sector 5EO number 201, S 2016. Productivity Enhancement Incentive. It shall be given not earlier than December 15th of every year to all qualified government employees at 5,000 pesos, PHP 5,000, each for the purpose of improving the government employees' productivity, Ref. EO 201, S 2016. Officers Allowance. It shall be given to PNP uniformed personnel as an interim measure until such time that the base pay schedule is modified and rationalized as provided under Executive Order No. 201, Series of 2016. Provisional Allowance. It is a monthly allowance given to PNP uniformed personnel to be implemented in 4 trans-CHES as provided under Executive Order No. 201, Series of 2016. Rice Subsidy. It is an interim allowance given in the form of cash, which shall be equivalent to 20 kilos of rice, or a total of 650 pesos, 650, per month, Ref. Fiscal Directive 2017-003.